I'm going to do a 4-mile loop counterclockwise, going that way. And then I have a cave tour booked for 3:20, so I have to be there at 3:10. So this shouldn't take long. It's a relatively flat trail. So it's 12 o'clock now, so I should be done by 2:30. I'll have to book it. This is the loop using the Lookout and Centennial trails. So Wind Cave National Park, very beautiful area. Typical South Dakota topography and grass everywhere. In Wind Cave National Park, it's an open range hiking park, meaning you can go off the trail and hike anywhere you want to. So that's pretty nice. There are trails, but as I said, you can go anywhere in the park, hiking wise. And also they have dispersed camping in the northwest part of the park. This girl I was talking to right there, she's also doing the loop. She's from Indiana, and I'm from Illinois, as they say in Indiana. Prairie pie, or meadow muffins. They're everywhere here. Nice. Lots of pretty flowers on this trail. It's a pretty nice day. It's not warm, very warm. It's like 75 degrees. Another little creek. We are in a prairie dog town. There's a prairie dog. They're chirping everywhere. That's a warning signal. Boy, there's Fatso over there. Look at how fat that guy is. Holy cow. I'll name him Fat Albert. Yeah, how you doing? This part of the trail is easy walking. There's a good wind blowing, which is helping me keep cool. Just 2 or 3 minutes from the junction where I make a left and go back to the car. I'm gonna get some shade in this section, which is always appreciated. Actually, I'm gonna stop right there, that tree, and get a drink. I've been hiking for 54 minutes already. It's so quiet here. This is what I live for. So this part of the trail used to be a road, obviously, probably a logging road, I don't know, but it no longer is. Being a Jeep owner, this kind of thing always excites me, but there are some places where you can't go because it's not allowed. Well, this is nice. Look at this. Nice bluff. Okay, this trail goes around and up. Nice meadow area here. I'm going to the left. Exit stage left. Here's a little bridge. It's not the bridge of size. Trail goes that way, bridge goes that way. So which is it? I'm following the trail. This bridge must have been moved actually. Yeah. I bet you it used to be right here. So let's go this way. We are in this little canyon drainage caused by the creek right here, which is called Curly Creek. And then there's a Moe Creek and a Larry Creek on the other side. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I think these bridges have not been moved because they've all been off the trail so far. But I bet you when the creek is running, you can't pass this way, so you have to go that way. Because the past 3 bridges I've seen has been like this. And you can see the trail right here goes to the bridge. But on that side is pretty overgrown. So it hasn't been used for a while, meaning the creek has been dry for a while. Or shallow enough not to require a bridge. Water in the creek is stopped right there. I wonder if that's beaver work. There's a pleasant sight. Cool. And here's a bridge that I'll actually make use of. Yay! Let's cross the bridge. I'm tempted to dip in the water. That'll be very refreshing. But nah. Another bridge. And shade. That's welcome relief. I just saw a snake that slithered quickly across the trail. Didn't have time to film it, it moved so fast. And then it went into the bush. I can see where it's going because the plants were moving. This trail is overgrown. So you gotta keep an eye out on the trail. There's a bird of prey. Can't make it out what it is. We're in the floodplain of, I think, Curly Creek still. It's a pretty big floodplain. The creek is right down there. This looks very nice. Look at this. Another bridge coming, but yeah. Oh, this is very beautiful. You know, hiking this in the winter when there's snow here would be just magical. Everything covered in snow, everything is white. Yeah, that would be terrific. There's a meander. When I was a student, a geology major, I wrote a paper on meandering. And rivers meander because that's the most efficient state, the lowest state of energy. Even if there are no obstructions, you're in a perfectly flat plain, a river will meander because that's more efficient movement, less energy than going straight. Got an A on that paper. That's why my name is Peter, the Rock. In Assyrian, my language, Peter is Kipa. So everybody called me Kipa, or Rock, literally. But on the birth certificate, it actually says Peter. Look at this. This trail is so overgrown. You know, I always wear pants when I hike, regardless of the temperature, because they protect you from 100 things. Poison ivy, thorns, poison oak, ticks, and snakes. Because if a snake bites your pants, especially if they're loose pants, odds are it's not gonna penetrate your skin. Another bridge. This one over a tributary. Which one's the main stream? I don't know. I'd have to look at the map. But this one's come from that way. That one's going that way. And here's the junction. It's very picturesque. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back at the trailhead. That was 2 hours exactly. 4.2 miles. That's a good hike. Now to chill out. It was wonderful.
Oh, good.
Cool. Man, that was a great hike. I'm in the car. I got the air conditioner on, cooling off. You know, it's only 71 out, but it feels hotter. The sun feels hotter. So my cave tour is at 3:20, and I gotta be there at 3:10. It's only 10 minutes from here. So I'm just gonna chill, probably grab something small to eat, change my shirt, and then go to the tour. So I'll see you at the cave. There are several tours. I'm doing the fairgrounds tour, walking to the elevator building right there. We just came down an elevator, 195 feet.
That was double.
Tasted marshmallows up here again. Tasted marshmallows. What it looks like. That's 3 or 4 tons.
This wind right here, blowing these prayer rags and these leaves, is coming from that hole over there, from inside the cave. You know, that cave tour wasn't that exciting for me. Kind of reminded me when I did Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, and it was just a blah. I guess it's not my thing. So I'm headed to my camp area here at Wind Cave National Park. I'm not sure I want to camp there, but I'm going that way anyway. And let's see, let me scope it out. I think I may want to go back to Wall and camp around that area again, because I enjoyed that place. Let me check this out and see what it feels like. Okay, this is the zone where I can camp in. I can park right here. It's a parking lot for a trailhead, and then go out 1,000 feet from the road, somewhere over there, and camp. But you know what? No, I don't feel like it. So I'm going to go back to Wall and camp, I think in the Sage Creek campground, if I can find a spot there, or where I camped last night. That was a wonderful spot. Right there, there's a lonely bison feeding.